Hey everybody, you're watching FoodTokTV. My name is Kaz and this show is called Party 2. I'm going to be showing you, whenever I come on with this show, we're going to be showing you how to scale down recipes for people who live alone or empty nesters, or you just don't have a lot of people to cook for, but you've been cooking for a family all of your life, or you just don't know how to scale down things. That's what this show is all about. So I want to welcome everybody in, and let's see who we got here. Today we're going to be making chicken soup. Just chicken soup. I am going to do a couple of rolls. And hey, Mark, how you doing? And let me show you, we're going to be doing 1 carrot, 1 stick of celery, an onion, and some parsley for garnish, okay? For the chicken, hot rotisserie chicken, okay? These chickens at Walmart are $4.97. If you bought one and cooked one, you would be in the $10 range. So, you can't really beat it. Hi, Melissa. So, and since it's soup season, I figure, why not? Let's go ahead and do this. All right, so let's get started. I need to cut down these vegetables. And I probably, good idea to start with the onion. Oh, and I can see the comments when I'm looking down here doing this. So I'm going to do my best not to cut off my fingers while I read the comments. Anybody? Hi there, Marie. And anybody with any questions? Feel free to ask. Not right after my show, but an hour after my show will be Mark and Melissa Mert. The name of their show is The Spice Is Right. And they come on every Monday at 6 p.m. All times for FoodTokTV are Central, by the way. Okay? Oh. Wait. Who was that? Mama T! Hi! How you doing, girl? In case anyone missed it who wasn't here, the name of this show is Party of 2. And we make small batch recipes. I make small batch recipes to show you how you can do this. Especially if you've been used to cooking all your life for a big family. See what messages I might have missed. Oh, just everybody talking among themselves. So, for this recipe, I'm only going to use half of an onion, and I'll save the other half for something else. Let's get this out of the way so that you guys can see what's going on here. And I'm just going to dice it up. I'm not being too precise. Anyone who's wondering about why I didn't cut it off to the side, there's a reason why you do that, especially as a culinary professional. You want all your dices to be the same size, but when you're dicing, this side of the onion winds up getting bigger, okay? So that's the reason why they make, why cooks will make this horizontal slice. You'll see people make 1 or 2 slices, but you really only need 1 to go probably a 1/4 inch in. So just 1, and that'll keep all your dices the same. For me, I don't really care. Oh. So we're going to start off this recipe with a mirepoix. Does anybody know what a mirepoix is? If you've been watching Food Talk TV for long enough, you should. Or if you're a fan of Benjamin, or in his cooking class, you should. Of course, Mustard Queen knows. Oh, Alice, you're so close. You're so close. The Holy Trinity has peppers in it. But you're so close. Also, the Iroquois, the Holy Trinity, and sofritos, they are all flavor bombs that different cultures use. Our Iroquois has onions, celery, and carrots. That's just a regular Iroquois. This has been washed, but I am not going to skin it because that's where the good stuff is. But I'm going to cut it down a little bit. About 3/4 of an inch slices, slices. The bigger I get, the smaller the slices are going to be. Because I want it to all cook at the same time. Yeah, sofritos. Now, depending on which culture you're from, sofrito is different. There's Italian sofrito, there's a Cuban sofrito, there's West Indian sofrito. On FoodTokTV.com, we have a list, and if you type in sofrito, you'll see not a recipe, but we have plenty of references, and the references or the reference articles tell you about stuff like that. So you can actually look and see about see what type of sofrito is used in different types of culture. So one of the problems with cooking for yourself is when you go to buy celery, you've got to buy, for 97 cents, you'll get an entire, I don't know, what do they call them, bushels? An entire bunch of celery, okay? But if you only need one, it's going to cost you 3 times as much. This is what I found. These are snack packs, okay? Walmart has them, almost every store has them. These are snack packs. This equals one stalk celery. And they're pretty cheap. I think they're like $1.50 for a pack of 4, and they last in your refrigerator for a long time. Long time. Okay? So for this, we need to actually just cut it pretty thin. We're just looking for the taste. We're not looking for all the string. And excuse me looking down. I don't want to cut myself. Nice. Also, there's another trick that a lot of cooks use. See how this sticks? This is sticking to the knife. If you put just a little piece of Scotch tape right there, everything that you cut will just come right off. It'll just come right off because it'll hit the little ridge of the Scotch tape, and you have no problems with it. Oh, there is October Dragonfly. She's in the house. I tried to call you back, Christine. We also have, I'm going to be doing this, I don't know how long I'm going to be doing it, but RX is, she's a manager at Walmart. You guys probably know that already. Hey, Adelinda. So, Walmart, this is a busy season. It's a busy season also for October Dragonfly too. Because she works at a candy cane company. They're getting ready to ship. I'm sure they're getting ready to ship all around the country. And probably October Dragonfly is responsible for all of that. At least I guess. And the Mustard Queen is in the house. Ooh, this one's big. When they get big this way, you just cut them down the center. Because you still want them to cook at the same time as the others. Oh yeah, that's right. Cutting the mustard too will also be taking this slot every once in a while. I've got a lot of things to show you guys. I'm going to show you guys how to make small cakes, which is going to be a challenge for most people, but not the way I show you. Okay. The problem with making a small cake for most people is if it only calls for one egg, what do? Well, you use half an egg. But I'll be able to show you how to do all that, right? I'm really excited to be back on camera doing this stuff again. I haven't done it in a long time. Although I come on Sunday Night Live with Christine every Sunday. I haven't done this show in a long time, and I do all these things in my normal life. I practice them all in my normal life, and I'm just excited to share the tips and tricks with you. Yeah, I see Mustard Queen, she's talking about, she's got a lot of stuff too. Hey Jessica, how are you? That looks a little old here, so let's go ahead and get that off. And we're going to get started. Now that we're all prepped up. I'm good. I'm good. This is a special show. Mustard Queen and I are taking over for RX while she's busy. We can't wait to have her back, but we're also very excited about doing this show too. Okay. So, first thing that I'm going to do is start sweating the vegetables down a little bit. Sweating means making the water come out a little bit, the same way as you and I sweat. So we're going to put in a little oil. You know what? I'm not going to do oil. I'm going to do butter. Let's do butter. About 2 tablespoons should do it. And I'm going to be using that butter later for some yeast rolls. I'm not making them from scratch, but I think that next time I am going to make them from scratch. I'm going to talk to to Queen G and find out how to do yeast rolls with discard. That would be really interesting. I really like to know how to do that. Okay. Let's go ahead and move the camera. You know how I do. I like you guys to see what I'm doing. Move it down a little bit. Yeah, let's read the comments a little bit. What are we making today? We are making hearty chicken soup for two. Instead of using the fresh chicken, the recipe calls for chicken breast, a 12-ounce chicken breast. A 12-ounce chicken breast costs $5 because it's all cut down for you and everything else. I bought a rotisserie chicken for $4.97, and I can use it for multiple meals. You guys, all our recipes, including this one, are up on FoodTokTV.com. This one will be up later after I get done with the live. I haven't put it up yet, but you go there. You can find all of our recipes for the last couple of years. As a matter of fact, maybe 3 years, probably 3 years, right? Right, Taylor? They've been there for a long time. Now remember, this is hearty. That's the reason why you see all these vegetables. Okay. Also, you can find our recipes on your Amazon devices. All you have to do is say open Food Talk, and if your devices are listening right now, Alexa, open Food Talk.
Welcome to Food Talk TV, cuz. Let's make something your Instagram can brag about. Not sure?
Alexa, exit. I just realized I've got my earphones on, so you probably can't hear it. I'm wondering though, is there anybody in the audience who's used the Alexa skill? We've got some.
Do you want noise, games, sleep,
we've got some very funny jokes in there. Okay. Now this is starting to sweat down.
Do you want noise, games, sleep, dog, or animal?
Alexa, stop. Okay, here we go. Oh, you did hear it. Okay. Well then, a little bit later, while this soup is simmering, getting to where it needs to be, I will do a full demonstration of it, okay? And the water is starting to come out. Let's get a little thyme in here. Just about a 1/4 teaspoon of thyme. So, thyme is one of the main ingredients in poultry seasoning. So, it's going to make your chicken soup taste like, or smell like chicken soup. Very rich. Very strong. If you're using dry like I am, you're going to use less. If you're using fresh, you're going to be using like a teaspoon. The recipe will be on the website, so you'll be able to see it. So how is everybody today? Now I can look down and see. Cat Dog Gang says thyme is my favorite seasoning. Nice. Is anybody else cooking today? And this is almost sweated down. Now what I'm going to do at this point is I'm going to put a little flour in here. Thickening agent. Let's do a tablespoon. Now you want to coat everything with the flour, and it'll coat pretty easily. Once they're coated, we're going to add chicken broth. Now the box says chicken stock, but again, if you've been watching Food Talk TV, you know that there's no difference. This is Swanson. Swanson considers them both exactly the same thing, except for there's a few more spices in here. That's about it. That's about it. Hi, friend. Okay, so let's go ahead and we need 3 cups. Oh, that's beautiful color. And that should leave just 1 cup in here because it's 4 cup container. When it goes in there, if there's brown bits, this is what at the time that you scrape them up. So just before I got on, I was having a snack, celery, ranch dressing. If you watch Miami on Tuesdays, or no, is Miami still on Tuesdays, Taylor? If you watch Miami, you'll see that she has a drink. She normally has a drink with protein so that she doesn't get hungry or snacky during her lives. I think is an excellent idea. Okay, so let's go ahead and let this cook, and we're going to deal with the chicken. Need to clean up my workspace just a little bit. That's just a little bit that came off the onions. Now, you'll be tempted to put more chicken than you need. But what I say is do whatever you feel like, okay? This is yours. If you want to have leftovers, have leftovers. But I'm just showing you how to do it in a scale down way. That's all. So what we need off of this chicken is the breast. The rest of it will go for another meal. I feel like I want to wash my hands, but you know, guess what? They're just gonna get dirty again. So 12 ounces is just about one breast. We'll put the rest of it aside. And let's pop the temperature up here, okay? And we're just going to shred this chicken. It's going to go in later. It's going to go in almost at the end because we don't want to cook it too hard. Miami is on Fridays. Thank you so much. So yes, that's her little trick. She has a protein drink while she's cooking, or just before she starts to cook, and you'll see her sipping on it, and that's so she doesn't get snacky. I'm so glad to have everybody in here. You're watching Food Talk TV, and this is Party of Two. This is my show. I haven't done this show. It looked like when we scheduled it, I haven't done this show since 2023. Cutting the mustard was on last week. When was the last time you did your show, Taylor? Fran, thank you for saying that. That's right. You can find all the information. Now I'm going to throw this skin in the pot. Okay, it's going to come out later, but I just want to get that flavor. There's a lot of seasoning on that skin. Halloween 2024. Oh my gosh. Well, we're getting back to some basics here. If you haven't seen Taylor's, the show that Taylor's on now, she's on with her husband Ryan, and it's called The Tailgate. Comes on Saturdays at 4. And right now it's outside, but I think it's going to start to move inside because it's getting darker and darker and darker. What am I cooking? I'm doing chicken soup. It's starting to be soup weather. In Texas here, though, not so much. It was cold a couple weeks ago, but today I was working on a car. Matter of fact, I cut my hand twice, but I was working on a car and I was just sweating. I was sweating. I'm like, this is supposed to be fall. What's going on here? I was changing a window regulator. For anyone who doesn't know what that is, that's the motor. When you press the button on your power windows, where your windows go up and down, that's what a window regulator is. It's the part that actually makes it go up and down. So I'm making sure I don't have any, no bones, no little bones. One tiny little rib bone. Throw that in there. And let's see how the chicken is looking here. Or the chicken soup is looking. The big deal here is the carrots, getting the carrots soft. So let's let that boil a little bit. I'm going to show you guys, take this time right now to show you guys another trick that you want to use if you're doing cooking for yourself. Dinner rolls. Now, if you're old enough you'll know that most people, even when I was a kid, didn't make their dinner rolls. They came out of a little package, and now they have them frozen, and you can get them frozen. I'm going to put this aside a little bit. And let me get these rolls. I highly suggest that you buy a package of frozen rolls. You can take out just what you need, and 10 minutes later, they're done. Okay? One thing that you wouldn't do though is if you're making cookies, make the entire batch. Make the entire batch. Then you can go ahead. You can put them right next to each other on a flat sheet pan. Put them in the refrigerator for about an hour. Then you can take them and throw them all into one Ziploc bag and put them in the freezer. Whenever you get ready to have cookies or you get a craving for cookies, a pan this size will do about 3 cookies, and it'll be just enough, and you'll be eating those cookies for a long time. Okay, let's get some oil. I'm going to preheat my oven here. Oh, actually, it's been preheating. Let's cool it down a little bit. This is butter, just plain butter. As a matter of fact, since we're using thyme as our big seasoning in the chicken noodle soup, let's throw a little bit into the butter. And put it on top. Now the rolls, the frozen rolls, just go directly out of the freezer, so you don't have to take them out and thaw them. You just take them out of the freezer, frozen, and they go right into the oven. Same with the chocolate chip or the cookies. I say chocolate chip because that's all that's ever on my mind when I think about cookies. You just take them directly out of the freezer, put them on a sheet pan, and cook them. You probably have to cook them just 2 extra minutes. Okay, let's go here. Alexa, set a timer for 8 minutes.
8 minutes, starting now.
Okay, here we go. Let's go back to... I think I'm going to need a fork to test the carrots. Almost. The carrots do take about 15, 20 minutes. Also, we're going to put a little salt and pepper in here and just give it a taste. There's been no salt or pepper in this recipe so far. I want you to take a look at here, because I put flour in there. This is not clear broth, okay? And the flour gives it texture. Ooh, oh, that's so good. Oh yeah, that's super good. But maybe 4 or 5 more minutes, okay? There we go. Hi, everybody. So while this is going, I'm going to be reading your comments, answering questions, telling you what. Hi, Caroline. And that was, wait a minute. That went by very fast. Who was that? Butterscotch. Hi, Butterscotch. Mima's in the house. Hi, Mima. I'm sorry, I didn't see you earlier. Also, anybody has any questions about scaling down recipes, I'm happy to answer. Because I do baking recipes, soup recipes. I think maybe next, when it actually gets cold, I'm probably going to do a clam chowder. Use fresh clams. That would be awesome. Thank you. And you guys get your daily heart meat. Just go up there. If the heart is gray, tap it. Also, we do have a live goal. I think it costs a penny, and it helps us out with Live Fest too. See, I was hungry. I wonder if the crunching sounds like ASMR. Okay. I'm going back to testing my carrots. They're almost good, but not quite. Some of them are good. Once the carrots go, we are going to put in noodles. Today I'm using, these are wide egg noodles. That's what I'm using. And this is the amount that I'm using. It's half a cup. There's a lot of stuff in this soup, guys. It's not supposed to be a pasta soup. This is chicken noodle soup, okay? So, we want chicken, we want noodles, we want vegetables. My celery, yes. Hey, Gigi. So, did anybody, oh, yeah, mukbang. Yeah, that's right. Mark, I'm learning from Trini. Learning from Trini. Celery and peanut butter. I haven't tried that. You know, I keep dipping in the ranch. Honestly, folks, I could eat the celery all by itself. Wouldn't make any difference. I love all the little vegetables. I'm one of the guys that when I go to a party and there's a vegetable tray, it's that or it's the vegetable tray or the deviled eggs. If the deviled eggs are sitting on a counter, I will pull my chair up to the counter. Right? And normally, whoever brought the deviled eggs really appreciates that. So, I don't know why anybody wouldn't like deviled eggs, but many, many times I've found that, oh, they're all for me. I see we've got 7,500 likes. Tap the screen, guys. Tap the screen. If you haven't followed FoodTokTV, give us a follow. We go live every day, multiple times a day. And that's my timer for my rolls. Alexa, add 3 minutes to the timer.
3 minutes added to your timer on Kitchen Echo.
They look nice, but I want them to be a little bit browner. Okay. I'm going to take the skin out of here. Oh, you guys can't see. Thank you, Mark. Tap, tap, tap. Tap, tap, tap. Okay. Fork went right through. Let's get rid of the skin. I have a garbage can right next to here, so it's just going straight in. If you use a bay leaf, now's the time to get rid of the bay leaf. And now for the noodles. The chicken is going in later. Chicken's already cooked. Now I'm going to garnish with a little parsley. So, I need to cut up a little parsley. Sorry, I got to clean, guys. Another problem when you're only cooking for yourself is you don't use all of this stuff. You need to save it. The way that you save most leafy vegetables, parsley, cilantro, spinach, is you put a wet paper towel, wrap them in a wet paper, or a damp paper towel, not wet. And it'll keep in your refrigerator and your crisper for a very long time. I only need a little bit of this because I've only got a couple bowls. So this is all I need right here. And I'm going to show you how to store this too. Okay, so That's probably enough for my rolls. Oh yeah, they're beautiful. So those are going to go sit down and cool down until I'm ready to eat. Alexa, stop. All right. This is flat leaf parsley. If you don't know how to tell parsley from cilantro, or you have children or a husband who doesn't know how to tell parsley from cilantro, it's P and C. P for parsley, C for cilantro. P for pointed, and C for curved. The leaves are curved on cilantro. They're not pointy. So you send them to the store, they don't know the difference. You're going to say, hey, I want the ones with the curved flowers. Look for the ones with the point so that you can tell the difference. Okay, that's all I need for this. Let's go back with the rest of the cilantro. Now what we're going to do is see how the noodles are doing. Probably, I don't know, probably another couple minutes. But the next thing we're doing is adding the meat. This is about 12 ounces worth of meat, 6 ounces each per person, so this is enough for 2 people, okay? Along with everything else that's in this soup. Let's give this just another couple minutes. Oh, 11,000 likes. Thank you guys. Appreciate you. What's everybody having for dinner? Matter of fact, Mark is in the house. Mark, do you know the menu for The Spice is Right? Or is the talent keeping this a secret from you? I hope not, considering you have to eat it. Is that another piece of skin? Yep, another piece of skin. Let's get that. Ooh, honey jalapeno chicken. I'm so jealous of you, Mark. You eat really, really good. Okay. I think the noodles are where they need to be. Let's bring in the chicken again. Remember, this is hearty chicken soup. This is not a wimpy chicken soup. At this point, you're just heating the meat through. If you feel like you need more broth, you can add more broth. But this is what it's supposed to look like. I also bought, I've got some tiny 6-inch cake pans and some 6-inch pie pans. I'm going to be showing you guys how to make smaller cakes, smaller pies, smaller baking goods all together. All we're doing is warming this through. Let's bring this up. Thank you, Mark. I appreciate it. Good, Fran. Hey, I don't know, maybe when I do this, maybe Fran can come in the box. Okay, so this, I believe, is cooked through enough. Some of the noodles are not moving the way I want them to. Now, if you notice, as I stir this, the meat is shredded even more, and that's what you want. Hi, Bria. Thanks for coming in. You're watching FoodTokTV. If you haven't, please give us a follow. And I believe this is enough. Let's take this off the heat. I'm using induction, so as soon as I turn it off, it's off. Now, because the pan is hot, the surface is a little hot, but it won't burn you. So, and the way induction works is it actually only heats the pot. There's no heat here. This can be on for 20 minutes and you can put your hand on it. It finds the metal oxide or the iron oxide, which means you have to have some actual iron in the pan. This pan is ceramic, but I can't really show you. Here, let me show you another one. They put a metal plate on the bottom, and that's what heats up. So, although this is ceramic, it's very thin aluminum, but they add the metal plate so that it will heat up. And do this. Let me get a nice soup bowl. And this is my recipe for hearty chicken soup. This is a recipe for 2. There's 6 ounces of meat per person, so it's I'm using 12 ounces for the entire dish. We have celery, onions, carrots, salt, pepper, chicken broth, we're going to garnish it up a little bit, a little parsley. I'm having rolls. They're nice and warm. And let me get a picture. I think that was good. Okay, let's give a taste. And, oh, I need a fork or a spoon. I need a spoon. Of course, the way this is, I could probably actually use a fork. So I'm going to grab one too. This is delicious, Brian. So there's my bite. There's chicken. There's onions. There's celery. There's noodles. There's carrots. Yeah. This is so good. It's so good and it's so simple, and you're just not going to have a lot of leftovers because you're making it for 2. Thank you, Bria. Now, the trick that I told you, when you're getting, if you like bread, I'm not that big of a bread guy because I was in keto forever. But if you like bread and you don't have a lot of people, go ahead and get the frozen dough. Get the frozen bread dough, get the frozen biscuit dough, and just take them out as you need them. Okay? But this is good. I put butter on it when I put it in, and that's what got it brown. But if I have bread, I need more butter. And I'm sure there's a lot of you out there that feel the same way. Thank you for all the gifts. Thank you for the tapping. Thank you for the follows. I really appreciate it. Montemary, how you doing, girl? I was actually, after I got off live, Mary, I was thinking, I wonder if I should make candy canes. And then I said, why would you torture yourself? Why would you torture yourself? Hey, Babs. You came in just at the end. I made hearty chicken soup. And I made it just for 2. There's only 2 servings in this entire dish, and it's great. Okay, so I had a little snack before, so I wouldn't be hungry, but now I'm hungry. So I'm going to say goodbye to everybody. In an hour, I want you to tune in again for The Spice is Right with Mark and Melissa Bird. They're making honey jalapeno chicken. And tomorrow and the rest of the week, it's a full week. I can't wait to see everybody is going to be making for Thanksgiving. And I have the show next week, the Sunday before Thanksgiving. So you can expect dressing. You can expect, I don't know, maybe some macaroni and cheese, homemade cranberry sauce. A few of us are going to be making cranberry sauce. As a matter of fact, we all have our own audiences. So there's some diehards in here that'll actually see a lot of the shows, but everybody makes their dressing different, their stuffing different, their cranberry sauce a little bit different. By the time Thanksgiving comes, you will all be experts. Okay, so I want to say good night to everybody. And I'm going to be watching Mark and Melissa in an hour from now, actually 58 minutes from now. Thank you for coming in. Thank you for hanging out. I love you guys. Remember, the world is full of good people, but if you can't find one, be one. Bye, guys.